Big Ten was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best four programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC, so this one will be interesting.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The Hurricanes get the first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Leaves it with the back. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the 1st down.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down.
And it's just simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down. The Canes want to pick up the tempo. Might as well give it to him again. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll go to the ground. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
They get him down, but not before he picks up 5 down to the 17-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Third down play from the gun. Quick strike complete. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. First down here for the offense. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Brown will throw it. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
This guy is very proud about his accuracy. That's why he's one of the better quarterbacks in all of college football. And that time, ball just got away from him a little bit. It's going to set up third down.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. A run for the quarterback. Able to fight his way ahead for a pickup of 4, but they're still left with a 4th and 2. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Just going to keep it after the snap. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll turn to Martinez. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. The back goes in motion. The give to the tailback. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He'll pull it on the read, and they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. They're working that left side. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Trying to get to it. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. And the Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. And the Canes come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
The Hurricanes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they get him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
He'll take it himself.
You know, I really like this QB running with football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. The give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
Set to kick off.
He'll return it. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor. He's going for the big play. And that pass intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such a great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And he added the extra point. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Power football with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
Timeout, Miami.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Listen.
Brown wants to pass. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And how about that play by this defense? Reading the running back, coming out of the backfield, breaking on the football, making the pick, and then walking himself into the end zone for a touchdown.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. He leaves it with the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Hurricanes will line up to kick off and start the second half. Oh, he's going to take a chance. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Brown will throw it. He rifles one deep down the middle. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Dumps it to the back. And it's picked off for the third time today. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Got his man. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. With jet sweep pass. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Miami! And the punishment has been extended.
And added on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. K-State has the lead right now. The Little Apple has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 6 over UCF. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Right? You're going to be a great player. You got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They give it to him again. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. To the ground to try to move the chains. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
Wide out in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. Across the 45. Hit the afterburners, kid. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Shakes off the tackler. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. They want to run this quarterback. And and just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Quarterback will audible. Brown wants to pass. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Ready up.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down.
Read up. Read up. Carrier.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's caught! Touchdown, Buckeyes! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football, be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip into the secondary and make that big play.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This should be the last play of the quarter.
22 Spider. 4th. Hawk. 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 Arrow.
Going up top on 1st down. He tries to take the top off. Oh, picked off. Got some room to run. The 40. And what a way to end the quarter for this defense, forcing the big turnover.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Miami 35, Ohio State 7.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period.
Clear. Clear.
Brown will throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. They took a shot at the end zone, and he almost picked it off. It'll be 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. This is a design run. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
On the play. Third down coming.
Big third down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Canes. And the stomping has commenced.
Number 24.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. And he's going to run it back. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback.
Take over. First and 10.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll start this drive with a pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Touch pass on the run. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And the Canes in the hurry-up. From the gun. Pressure coming. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And the beatdown has ensued.
Miami. Number 24. With the catch in the end zone.
Getting set for the point after.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Runs into a wall. They'll give him one out to the 8.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
And they can't make the connection.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. He's looking to throw it. He's going up top. And the ball is intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Sayin. Pocket starts to collapse. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Timeout, Miami.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and Get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
And the Canes will hustle to the line. The corners are walked up tight.
Gaucho.
Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Makes the grab. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense.
Timber. Ready.
The snap sets up to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. Touchdown, Miami! And the pummeling has started.
Touchdown, Miami. Number 1 in the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Penn State is down, but don't rule out some late-game magic. With that offense and the kid on D, who's the latest stud at linebacker, anything is possible. They're trailing by 10 to Nevada. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Crosses to 40. Off he goes. At the 30. Past the 10. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he knocks the extra point through the upright. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They run the reverse. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked.
Going for it all. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 28. He's looking to throw. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. It's caught. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. After this, it'll be a wrap. To the air on first down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! And the route is on.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.